So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how the U.S. government and its citizens do not invest as much money into science as they should. Um, Less than 25% of all the U.S. budget goes to scientific research. We are starting to fall behind in comparison to other countries in both Asia and Europe. Most notably of these countries is Germany, Sweden, Norway, China, and Japan, both. Um, we are taking steps then we might fall behind the others. And to see how much we put into other industries within our own country, here are a couple stats. Investments, including health, including like health benefits, we spend about 51 billion, and that includes scientific research. Our defense bill is about $0.8 trillion. That is 16 times bigger than our research budget, and that is from the source of Fischetti, and it was Money for Science U.S. funding over the years through Scientific American. We have a pension funding of $1 trillion that is being sent to past presidents, military veterans, and Social Security, and many other things that fall under those pretenses. And then we also have our intelligence agencies, which have become sort of a big deal recently with the whole NSA scandal. And those it's about 15 agencies, and they receive together $75 billion, still more than what we invest into research. Some countries that are becoming more technologically advanced, we have the Asian countries of Japan and China. Japan, we can see that they have the maglev trains, which was provided by the Huffington Post. And the maglev trains are basically trains that are very efficient and travel over 300 kilometers per hour. This is to transfer people across Japan, and it is, I think, ending its testing phase and is about to be implemented into to be used, giving them much faster transportation than us. We are still stuck in the time period of steam engines almost, but not really. We have the Chinese Air Force, which is rapidly expanding. It is almost... They have developed stealth jets similar to ours, ours being the United States, and they are moving quite vicariously with speed, and could possibly even overpower our Air Force, but it's unlikely as of right now. In Europe, we have Britain, who actually has produced a rocket ship called the Skylon. It is considered a badass rocket plane and shuttle successor. One of the things that makes it unique is its engine technology, that rather than carrying oxygen on the shuttle, it just pulls it in from the outside atmosphere. Now, this could never be, I guess, a extraplanetary exploring device, but it would reduce the cost of traveling to the ISS, and possibly even reducing commercial costs for jetliners. But we've talked about how other countries are possibly beginning to pass us. But now there's the possibilities of what could we do if we advance our own technology. Well, there is a group of biohackers, as they like to call themselves, and they do self-modification. One of their easiest and simplest ones is they put a magnet, a neodymium magnet, coated in silicon under their skin that would allow them to feel the presence of electromagnetic forces. Basically, it's like having a sixth sense for electromagnetic fields. And this is just a very simple way of furthering human capabilities. There have been things such as the ability to control someone else over the internet. There was recently a study done where two professors from two colleges, they connected themselves to the internet, and one was actually able to control the other one's fingers to play a simple game on the internet. But regardless, it has come to a point where we are able to control other human beings just through the internet. There's a lot of science fiction concepts that, there's a game called Deus Ex Human Revolution, and it's based around the fact that humans can be augmented and built up so that they can do more extraordinary things with their body, so that their limitations are removed. This is all a possibility if we advance technology. Even there are some crazy technologies that are considered future technologies, which are almost complete in development, but a while before commercial release, such as gecko gloves. This is something I heard about when I visited Stanford a while ago for a ambassador trip. But anyways, geckos have the ability to climb on any surface, and that is because of a hook-like structure on their skin. And physicists have begun to find a way to recreate this hook-like structure so that you could put it on a fabric or a material. So then, essentially, a person would have gecko skin and could climb up walls, glass, you name it. And that was given to me by John Cartwright. He wrote a article, "Physicists Pull Off the Gecko's Feet," play on words, very funny. And then another current but future technology is Google Glass. Now, this is what some gamers consider endgame. This is a heads-up display for reality. You have a headset that can take pictures, take video, connects to the internet, gives you GPS. It's everything that a heads-up display would be. And it is currently in development by Google. And it is a growing technology with a large end user base who plan to use Google Glass in their everyday life. Now, we see technology as an asset. Most of us do, yet we don't really pay that much attention to how much money is going into finding new technologies. Luckily, we have found things such as Kickstarter, which is a website where people post their ideas and people have the ability to fund them. This is one way we can increase financial spending on scientific advances. However, the government should also be playing a role in that, rather than just if they are saying that they want to improve humanity for us, some of these technologies have the ability to do so, and the government should subsidize, and we can do that by telling our representatives and our senators to push for more bills that would fund scientific ventures. And I mean, even if you haven't seen an advancement that you want to see personally, if you can think of one, it will happen eventually. I had 8 sources during my creation of this project. I used John Cartwright, who wrote the article "Physicists Pull Off the Gecko's Feet," sponsored by Physics World, created on the 9th of October 2008. I used Kitten Eats, the Skylon, Britain's badass rocket plane, impossible shuttle successor, hosted by Fast Company, written on the 26th of May, 2011. I used Mark Fichetti's Money for Science, U.S. Funding Over the Years, done by Scientific American, and on the 4th of January, 2011. I used Michelle Ma's and Dory Armstrong's Researcher Controls Colleagues' Motions in First Human Brain-to-Brain Interface, hosted by the University of Washington on the 27th of August, 2013. I used Oriana Mastro and Michael Chase's China's Air Force Ready for Takeoff, The Diplomat, hosted by The Diplomat, written on the 6th of November, 2012. I used Joanna Stern, Google Glass, What You Can and Can't Do with Google's Wearable Computer. This was hosted by ABC News on the 2nd of May, 2013. I used Clean Technica's Germany, 100% Renewable Energy and Beyond, hosted by RE New Economy and written on the 8th of July, 2013. I used also the Huffington Post UK version of Japan's low maglev super bullet train completes first successful public test. The Huffington Post on the 30th of August, 2013.